more than 4 decades. KWQC's Sarah Jones met with him, and Sarah, he shared his wall of fame with you.
Yeah, it was quite impressive, and a lot of politicians and presidential candidates come through the Quad Cities area. And if they were in town between 1980 and 2012, their trip was more likely coordinated by retired Captain David Struckman.
President Clinton, President Carter, Mrs. Bush, John McCain.
David Struckman was the Secret Service liaison in the Quad Cities, and it all started when he met President Jimmy Carter.
Carter was here on a riverboat visit, and he got off the boat and wanted to visit John Deere over in Illinois. And on the way over there, they saw a group of people at the edge of Bettendorf that had set up a "we want to meet you" type of thing. And I was a traffic officer at the time, and the chief assigned me to go and make sure that area was secure. I must have done a very good job, because the next time that the Secret Service brought a president or president candidate to Davenport, I was assigned to be the liaison. And from that point on, I did that until I retired in 2012.
He says he once thanked Senator McCain for his service, to which McCain responded.
He said, "No, officer, thank you for your service. This is going on daily and you have a lot to handle." So he was a very gracious man. This one's sort of important to me.
Struckman says his last detail was with President Obama.
And at the end of details, they usually would come to me and say, "Okay, we need 5 people to want their picture taken with the dignitary." It's usually a chief of police of the different jurisdictions that we're dealing with, or high-ranking officials. They said, "No, they want you in there too." And I said, I'd had my picture with President Obama numerous times. And I said, "No, they want you in there." Okay, so I go up and stand next to him. He said, "I hear you're retiring later this month." He said, 44 years of service?" "Yes, sir." And he shook my hand, gave me the presidential coin, and then on the day of my retirement, sent me a note thanking me for my service. So that was special to me. Do I always agree in the politics? Maybe not, but this is still the President of the United States.
He says being a Secret Service liaison was not a one-man job. It was a team effort.
The Secret Service always used to say over and over again that the cooperation, the work ethics of the Quad City law enforcement community was outstanding. There was never any jurisdictional problem. Even though I ran the motorcades, it wasn't about me. It was about this whole community of people and officers working together.
Struckman says his job was interesting, even though logistically it was always a challenge, and that the team effort from the dispatcher to the fire department and intelligence gathering was the best part of the job.
Retired Captain David Struckman is the kind of man who's just about done everything. He's flown planes, ridden motorcycles, and with 44 years on the force, he has several stories about his time with the Davenport police.